She just, like, rolls. Chloe just fucking rolls. She's, like, so low maintenance. She's just fun to be around. I was like, I'm traveling. I'm taking you with me everywhere. You're coming with me.
I dropped off all the things I love. Like I need a traffic jam to keep in touch. I can't focus on the words unless my hands are busy. I can't give up on the world or I will leave this city. And it's way too broad what I'm trying to say, but I write it down and let it go. And it's hard to know all the words I need to explain my heart in a single note.
Hello and welcome to WayTooBroad, a show and tell program for really, really ridiculous, excitable grown-ups. I'm Hannah, and these are my co-hosts, Erin and Ben. Hi, Erin.
Hello, Hannah. Hello, Ben.
Hello.
We're so sorry that we didn't tell you we weren't going to have an episode last week. I tweeted about it. We knew? Yeah.
We knew while we were recording. We just didn't bother to say any fucking thing about it.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's none of your business.
That's so right.
Yeah.
That's such a good point.
Is it? Like,
No, it's none of their business.
I think that it'd be nice to tell them.
Don't even try to make it your business, you little nosy fuckers.
You get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Yeah.
What did you just say? What fuckers?
Nosy?
Oh, I thought you said nuzzy.
No.
You nosy motherfuckers. I did it all for the nuzzy.
We were together in a state that's not at the state any of us live in for a wedding.
Oh.
It's true. Everything she said is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Dominic and Rachel, or Dom and Rachel, excuse me, if you're listening. Fucking great wedding.
Great
Fantastic.
wedding. Great wedding.
Excellent.
Great.
10 out of 10.
Great state. Undisclosed.
Great state.
Yeah.
Why are we being cagey about the state?
You can tell it was
I feel like we said it in we were all in Oregon, all right? The cat's out of the fucking bag.
So stop freaking asking me.
Stop asking. Yeah, we were in Oregon, so stop freaking asking.
Yeah. We were in Oregon. It was great. We were all staying in the same cabin in the mountains, and we were in the shadow of Mount Hood. It could really, it could blow at any second. Mm-hmm. But it didn't while we were there. So
it's a potentially inactive volcano, and I think it was due for a blow.
Mm-hmm. The wedding happened with a view of Mount Hood in the background, and
so we could have seen it.
Yeah, we could have seen
exploding
it if it had happened. And there was some.
I don't know about y'all, but I would have been out of there. Like, even if we were mid ceremony. And I was holding huppah, I would have been like, gotta go. I don't know if you're supposed to say holding huppah. I think it's holding the huppah, but I feel like holding huppah just like sounds good.
Holding
It does
huppah.
sound nice.
Yeah.
I like it. It was so pretty. Does every huppah look like that? I've never been to a Jewish wedding before.
That one was, I don't know, but that one was crocheted by like someone's great-great-grandmother who was like 90.
Wow.
And that was like some intricate crochet work. It was beautiful.
It was so beautiful. We should do what are we drinking, but Ben, I kind of want to talk about the wedding more. Ben, what are you drinking? Water?
Water. 2 things of water, baby.
Water.
And
Wow.
you had a refill, so how many, did you have 4 things?
That wasn't a refill. That was, I got a second one. Because I only had my pickle jar, and I was like, this won't do. No. And so I got another cup.
This won't do.
This won't do.
I have this coworker who every time that she says WhatsApp, she says WhatsApp like that.
Weird.
With the question mark?
Yeah, she says, so we will talk to them in the WhatsApp. Or no, she's not even that. She's like in the WhatsApp. Like it's like such a confusing pronunciation.
Why do you guys use WhatsApp a lot?
For a certain purpose, we do for like market
Do you guys
research.
use WhatsApp a lot?
That's exactly
A lot?
it. Thank you, Erin. Yes, she it's such a confusing pronunciation that we thought she didn't know what the app was. So someone else in the meeting was like, it's WhatsApp. It's like a texting platform. And she was like, oh, I know, I have it. I don't use it very often, but she continues to call it that.
WhatsApp. Do you? Is she from this country?
She's from this country, but she's not from our generation.
Okay. WhatsApp. You know, that's so funny because it's like WhatsApp. It's like so nuanced, but yet that would be so disconcerting every time I heard it.
It's so confusing.
WhatsApp.
It's even hard to. I'm really glad you guys got it because actually I tried to describe it to Dad and he thought I was adding the emphasis myself. He kept being like, yeah, that's what the app's called. It's called WhatsApp. And I was like, I know.
It's like, well, how she's saying it, she's saying what is app. Like that's how she's pronouncing it. Like what is app, right? Like the conjunction. What's,
yes. Mm-hmm.
What is app? What's app?
Yeah.
Versus what's up?
Right.
Which is what it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think that is it. Which is confusing. Like that I would be confused about that name if that's what I thought it was, but there's no apostrophe.
Well, I don't know if she thinks it. That's just how she's saying it. She's saying it as if it's what apostrophe S app.
Yeah.
Like
Anyway.
who's app?
Send us an email and let us know how you pronounce WhatsApp.
Who's that? What's up?
Maybe
Also, I would like to give a brief plug for if you're looking for an encrypted messaging service to use Signal instead of WhatsApp because it's run by a nonprofit and it's open source and it's not owned by Facebook.
Oh yeah, and Facebook just like has been in the news for some bad shit. So
as usual,
Once
but
again,
specifically about like
I should
sharing
move our
messages.
friend group over to WhatsApp, which is not how I'm gonna
Signal.
pronounce it from now on.
No, not WhatsApp.
So now, yeah, I'm gonna take it away from WhatsApp and move it to Signal.
Yeah, that would be fine with me. I have to download that app, but what am I drinking? Okay, I have 2 drinks. I have a lime spindy, delicious, room temp, and I have
Beauty.
a oat milk iced latte with I think a splash of whiskey in it. I was told.
Ooh, wow, is that a homemade situation?
Yeah, Ian used our like manual espresso maker, and then the oat milk is not homemade.
Do you mean espresso?
No.
I absolutely was not asking if the
it was
oat milk
fast?
was homemade.
Because it's
No,
fast
Ben.
espresso.
Did you mean apspresso?
What did you mean? What's espresso?
What's apspresso?
What's
Erin.
espresso?
What are you drinking?
I am just on the same level as you almost, Hannah.
You drinking
I have
espresso?
Yeah,
Ben,
well, yeah,
stop.
I have a. Yeah, well, yeah, I have a. Well, yeah, I have a black cherry seltzer. Well, yeah, and
That's not espresso.
Ben.
and a homemade AeroPressed iced latte.
Wow.
Mine's made with whole milk, and I made a little almond syrup.
You made
Nice.
the almond syrup?
Well, I put almond extract and simple syrup,
There you go. That's almond syrup.
Nice.
Great with
right?
espresso.
That I made. And yeah, what's espresso?
Ben is mispronouncing espresso on purpose to be a pest.
Yeah,
What?
what you gotta do is ignore it. Like you're really letting it bother you, and he feeds on that and grows stronger.
I know, but I need the listener to know that I know that he's saying it wrong. I just
Saying espresso wrong?
All right. So anyway, this wedding, it was
Now you're ignoring it pointedly. You need to more ignore it in like a casual way.
Yeah, that also I'm feeding off that too.
He's
Because I know
it's
that
doubling.
you heard it based on how you just reacted. You know.
So anyway,
Can we talk about can we just go like start to finish? Let's start with travel stories getting there. I saw lightning
Yeah.
outside the plane.
Yeah.
Yo,
it was
is that
fucking
safe?
cool.
what's
It
up
was
with
far
that?
away.
It was far away. And it was on both sides. Ben and Kylie were on the same flight as us, and we both got videos out our separate windows of different thunderstorms happening in the distance. With the
But below you though,
no, like to
No,
the
like
side
same
of us.
height, but just like far
Wow.
away.
Yeah.
is that okay?
I mean,
Yeah, it was really far away.
we made it.
Wow.
So
It was like clear skies around us, and then just like far away you could see clouds, and you could like see lightning forming in the clouds.
Cool.
It wasn't
Yeah.
actually striking. The
Sometimes
earth a
it
lot of
was.
times, sometimes, but not. A lot of it was just like in the clouds, just
Yeah.
like lightning happening.
it was fucking cool. It was cool.
Cloud computing, very cool.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you just say cloud computing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what cloud computing
That's how
is.
that works.
Lightning,
There,
right?
that's right. Especially when you're getting into Seattle, that's like Amazon country.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much clouds had to compute the lightning before they hit the ground because there's a lot of
It's a lot of math.
a lot of math. And then Erin, did anything interesting happen on your flights over?
Not on the way there, but on the way back. Is this the sanctioned time to talk about that?
We can talk about that too if you want.
On the way back, oh, it was so heartbreaking. The flights got changed. Like, I bought them and we had a longer layover on the way back, but then they got updated months in advance, and I didn't notice that our layover got shortened to 45 minutes. And so then, of course, that flight was delayed, and then it was to the point where we would only have 15 minutes between when the plane landed and when the other flight left. And so we were traveling with a larger group of people, and Molly and I and my little sister Chloe decided to chance it, and the others just decided, because the next flights were it was the difference between getting in at midnight, home at midnight, or at 11:30, and getting home at 10 a.m. the next day. Those were the options on the table. 10 hours, right?
Yeah.
And we were like, let's gamble, because it would be 10 hours either way. And so we were like, let's gamble. And the flight took off just fine. It landed just fine. We had time. It taxied to the gate, and it sat there for 20 minutes waiting for the jet bridge. We were there, and we just watched our flight take off because the fucking jet bridge. It was terrible. It was heartbreaking. I'm not fazed by travel delays like that in general. They happen. I know they're gonna happen. I didn't plan anything for Monday because I assumed something was gonna happen. But that made me want to cry. I literally felt like crying because it was just so fucking heartbreaking. Because you're just 15 minutes between me getting home at midnight and me getting home. Literally, we got home 10 hours later. It was just really heartbreaking. But
did any of you check bags in that big group?
No.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, we totally on purpose. We were team carry on for that reason. So that was lucky.
I don't think I mentioned this on Slack or anything, but on our way out on Sunday morning, Ian went off by himself to get coffee at a separate place from where the rest of us got food because he's too cool for us, and
God, yeah.
he left his wallet there. We were
were you through security yet?
No, yes, we were
Yeah,
through
it was
security.
just past security.
It was just past security. We went to get food, and he went to get his coffee, and then he was sitting near us. And as we left, I watched him get increasingly more frantic instead of coming to meet us and pacing back and forth. And so I went over and I was like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "I don't have my wallet." So we rushed back over to the coffee place, and I think the person that was standing at the counter then, it had been several minutes already. We'd been sitting, we'd eaten a whole breakfast sandwich. I think his wallet had just sat there. That whole time, and no one had said anything or taken it, and then finally someone just had been like, "Hey, there's a wallet here," and given it to the manager, and so they had it for him. And then as we were walking to our gate, they also made an announcement for him to come back and get it, because they didn't, I'm sure it takes some time to get it to the loudspeaker system. So but yeah, he got it back, which was
horrified by that.
Yeah, he was. I mean, he was still shaken by it. When we got home, he was still I can't believe I did that. But he just got so little sleep that night. He was so out of it. We've all been there.
Yeah.
But the wedding, oh my God. So the cabin was pretty great that we were staying at. It had a questionable hot tub, but it was nice.
It just smelled a bit like pond water.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Normal Airbnb type
Ever
stuff.
swum in a pond before?
Or Verbo. Very slippery. The seats were very slick.
Yeah. They also did. There was one seat where when the jets were on, did this thing where it would if this is, I can't do the visual thing. It would basically slide your butt up out of the water and rotate you so that your head would start to go underwater and your butt would start to come up. And it happened to me on the first night, and then Chloe was sitting there the next night that we were in it, And it happened to her also. And I was like, oh, it wasn't just me. It's this seat. I think the jets like form a little stream under your butt or something. It just like lifts you up. It's so weird.
There's also one jet on there. It's not labeled differently, but it's just a fountain and it just shoots at your face, like up into the air.
What?
Yeah.
Like there was like a little screen to control the jets. And like if you're the person that is pressing the little buttons to turn the jets on, you are exactly in position to get hit in the face by this fountain of water out of nowhere.
It's a prankster. It's a little prankster.
It's fucking shocking.
Oh. I did not get in the hot tub because it just was too cold.
But
actually the hot tub's actually quite warm. So that works really well.
Well, it's not that bad, but it's just the whole. I was like cold and tired, and it was nice, right, to like be in a place where it was chilly. Like that was kind of cool. Well, it was, but like it was neat. But I was so tired, and I was cold, and our room was ice cold, and I was like getting my bathing suit out to get into it, and it was ice cold, and then I was like, for those reasons, I'm out. But to me, it's like, oh, it's all fun and games until you have to get out of the hot tub. Mm-hmm. And then you're like extra cold and extra tired. And then you have to dry off and shower and then get warm again and put lotion all over your body and then get in bed.
You have to put lotion all over your body.
Yeah, you have to legally. And then I was like, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to go to bed. And then Molly came to bed like so late. I was asleep. And then she's like, well, I have to go take a shower. And I'm like, see? But she was like, but it sounded fun.
It was pretty fun.
It was good.
The town was really cute. It was like a little ski town outside Portland. Mm-hmm. Great stuff going on there, and the wedding venue was just stunningly beautiful, as we kind of already talked about. But you know, it's all outdoor, and the wildlife. Oh my god, the chuppah, the way that it was over them, and it was like we talked about crocheted, and it was like a direct sunlight on where they were getting married. So they had these beautiful patterns from the chuppah on their faces when they were, which was so pretty. And
you didn't even mention the chairlift up to the ceremony.
Yeah, we took a chairlift up to the ceremony, which was so gorgeous,
like
and
up a big mountain.
Kind of scary.
Really big chairlift. Scary.
And a slide down to the reception.
Yeah, that was fun.
A luge.
That was really
fun.
fun.
A luge slide.
So fun.
So fun.
So fun.
I was profoundly nervous about both of those things, actually, because there was no indicated like weight limit on either of them, or the seats on the luge ride didn't look like they would be that comfortable for an incredibly wide ass like I have. But all of it was fine. The chairlift, I mean, it did make the chairlift experience even a little bit scarier, because like most people who've been on a chairlift have been on it in the like when they're skiing and there's snow on the ground, and you would still die if you fell, but it's not as obvious as when you're looking down at rocks.
Right.
You don't think about it as much.
You're like, maybe the snow's really deep and it would be fine.
Yeah, maybe. But
I had the same experience. Absolutely the same experience, where I was like, for some reason, this is way more terrifying.
Yeah, we kept talking about it the whole way up, too. Like, I was with Ian.
I was absolutely vibing. I loved it. I had no thoughts of danger whatsoever.
That's so funny.
There's also that really steep part.
Yeah. I
was just fucking freaking the fuck out. Chloe, I was on it with Chloe. She's like, we're doing great. You're doing so good. She was my rock, honestly.
Wonderful person. Love that, Chloe.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to Chloe if you're listening. I freaking love you, girl.
Freaking shout out. Yeah, we were like every time we would be over a new type of surface, we'd be like, okay, well, with these particular trees, maybe if we hit it right, we wouldn't die. But then you'd be over a rocky surface and you'd be like, oh yeah, we definitely die right now. We did that the whole way up. And that was oddly comforting for whatever reason. But yeah, it was great. Great party afterwards. Beautiful venue. We were up in the mountains and the sky was so clear. I saw a shooting star. You could see the Big Dipper. It was
You saw
gorgeous.
a shooting star?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Just a little guy. You know.
I didn't see it.
No, you weren't with us.
You didn't come get us. It's fucked up.
Yeah. But
the dancing was great. Mm-hmm. One funny anecdote is that someone requested Shake It Off by Taylor Swift, which is a great request. But the DJ was like, who's an older gentleman, was like, we don't play... Oh, the bride and groom specifically said no country music. And they were like, it's not country music. Like, that's a pop song. And they were like, sorry, no country music. And so they got
So fucking
Dom.
ridiculous.
They got Dom and the groom to come over and be like, play Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. So that was really funny.
You nincompoop.
Yeah. It's like,
Like, when did that... Okay, the song came out in 2014.
Cool.
When did Taylor Swift stop making country music?
I think with her album Red, officially, I mean, the other stuff was poppy. Like, her first album is quite country, but
Yeah.
even it's still a little poppy. But, like, her other albums, I would say, are solidly poppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shake It Off
And
was
this
what?
is the album
on
after
1989?
Red. Yeah.
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 Ridiculous.
Ridiculous. That is somebody, I was like, do you know about music, Mr. DJ?
Have you
up with
heard
that?
this song before?
And then there was also there was a lot of great chipmunk activity, but in particular, before the ceremony, there was this one chipmunk that showed up right
fake
near
news.
where we were all sitting.
Fake
and
news.
it was,
They were ground squirrels. Fake news.
okay, well, whatever it was.
They're, I feel like colloquially, I really mispronounced that word. I just can't believe how badly
What is the word for the, like, bird butthole that's also a vagina? That they grew out of?
Cloaca.
Cloaca. So close to cloaca.
I don't know. I had that extra little frill at the end. I'm bad at saying that word colloquially, but I like use that energy to like be like colloquially.
Cloacally.
They looked exactly like chipmunks. We were told they might
They
be.
did. They looked up. We were calling them chippy chipmunks the whole time.
we call them chippy chipmunks.
Chippy
the whole
chipmunks
time.
constantly. I was saying chippy chipmunk.
They were so cute.
They were so
And they're
cute.
chipmunks.
The one venue lady was saying that there's one up at the ceremony site that will come and sit on her knee
Oh,
and she'll feed it,
So cute.
and she calls it Boo.
oh, like the cat
Yeah.
or the ghost. So. But I was gonna say whatever it was, there was one of them right before the ceremony who was hanging out next to where we were sitting, and it was collecting wood chips from the wood chips. What are they? They're wood chips from the ceremony site, and it was stuffing them all in its mouth, like maybe to make a nest or something. And it
so
couldn't.
cute.
It was like they have those big wide cheeks.
It was full. It was
full.
It was chock full of wood chips.
It was full and it was overflowing, and then he kept adding more, and there
really
was
wanted to he really wanted to get one last one in there, and sat there for like a while, just like trying to find an angle to get it in his mouth, and just couldn't do it.
Oh my god, that is so nice.
It was so cute.
It was so cute. So that was very nice. We had a great
Wow.
time.
Yeah, that was great. That was freaking great. And also, shout out to Oregon. Like, huckleberries are big there, I guess, or in that region. I just couldn't get enough of those. I had about 6 of the signature huckleberry mule cocktails with the little huckleberries in them. And also, like, we fucked up, like, right by our rental was an ice cream stand that we kept fucking up. And I loved that. And the little huckleberry ice cream up in there.
That was good. It was good shit.
Yeah, why did we keep fucking it up? We should have left it the way it was.
I wish I had fucked it up a little more. Just like hit
Yeah,
it.
I only went there twice. I could have gone there more times. It was
I
really
went
good
there
ice cream.
once. What the hell? What the
I
hell?
guess you're just not as cool or smart. I don't
Yeah,
know.
That's right.
I guess not. A great time.
Out outside motorcycle or something. Chill out outside.
Didn't hear it.
That's fine.
I should open my window. It's nice here today.
Yeah, I was outside earlier. It was
as
so
well.
beautiful.
I went for a bike ride today.
Wow.
Oh, sweet. To work?
No, I don't work on Fridays. Come on.
You work, loser?
I don't work on Fridays. I rode it to REI to get the brakes fixed.
Why
Oh,
don't you work on Fridays?
We talked about this. I'm taking every Friday off in the summer. 3-day
love
weekends
that.
all summer.
nice.
Hell yeah.
Love
When
it.
does that end?
End of August. Only a couple more weeks, but I'm vibing with it, you know. Getting the
Nice,
most out
yeah.
of it.
Hopefully your brakes weren't completely broken.
Yeah,
if
I
you
was gonna
rode
say
it for a
that
guy.
sounds risky.
They were it was just the rear brakes, and they weren't broken. They were like just not working as well as they could. And actually, it turned out literally all I had to do to fix it, or the bike mechanic did to fix it, was clean off the wheels.
Oh.
Because there was just like a bunch of residue on them, and so it was like, and so it was making them like skip, and then like sometimes the whole bike would vibrate, and I was like, this probably isn't good, and so I just cleaned them off, and then I rode it home, and it was completely fine.
How much did they charge you for that?
$0.
Vibrating bike has
Great
potential.
price.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
What'd you say?
I said a vibrating bike has potential.
It's like a motorcycle. It's essentially a motorcycle
Yeah, it's sure.
at that point.
Probably quieter though. You know.
Speaking of summer, my summer vacation is pretty much at an end. I start my new job the day after this podcast gets released.
Oh, are you excited?
I am excited.
You sound really excited.
I am.
Well, I mean, she's probably enjoyed not working for a few months.
Yeah,
that's exactly
nice.
right.
Yeah.
You know, I am excited. Yep. I am excited. Is any potential buddy listening from the people employing me? I am excited.
Oh, did you send
No,
them ahead the link to the podcast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As part of my resume package I sent, I was like, please listen to my entire podcast back catalog before interviewing me. Thank you. No, I am. You know, it's been a great summer, a fantastic summer with a lot of really wonderful travel and a lot of wonderful downtime and getting to express some of my hobbies that I won't have as much time for. But I am excited about this new gig. I'm feeling like if I have to go back to work, which I absolutely do, I'm really excited that it's this place. And so yeah.
Good.
Great.
Did I
Excellent.
sell that? I'm trying to cultivate my attitude.
You want to try it? Maybe do it again, but like less like pregnant pauses.
Maybe because those will be removed with white space or with the
You're right. All right, cool.
yeah.
We'll
What's
keep
that
it.
called? White space trim
No,
or
not
something?
at all.
What's it called?
I'm in the wrong. I don't remember.
It's called
Truncate
white space trim. I can't
silence.
remember. Truncate silence. That's right.
White space.
You know, audio white space trim. All right, I have an anecdote that might not be interesting, but you know, we're all of a certain age, so I feel like appliance install goofs are interesting anecdotes for us. So we finally got a new dishwasher, which has been very exciting. Because I've been sending Molly Marco Polos of like, look, I'm putting this very dirty dish in without rinsing it, and we keep inspecting them as they come out. I was like, and they keep being really clean, and it was like, this one had so much stuff caked onto it, and so we're really, it's really
Welcome to the
brand new.
life. We're happy to have you here.
Living it up. And so anyway, so we paid to get it installed, and the old one hauled away. And the guys who installed our new dishwasher, and I'm going to put that installed in heavy air quotes, were just like, they seemed like two teenagers. They were nice enough dudes, but they definitely seemed like people who should be assisting somebody who knew what the fuck they were doing. So the short story is that they were like, they called us in and they're like, we're really confused because there's no power coming to these wires. So it's like, there's two wires coming out of the wall that they have just detached from the dishwasher that was fully functional. And we were attempting to wire the new dishwasher, and they were really confused because there's no power coming to it. And they were like, that's really weird.
Love this voice you're doing for them.
Yeah, was your old dishwasher working? And I was like, literally, yes. Like, the moment you removed it, there was like a green light on it. And they were like, well, it's weird because like there's no power coming to it. And then they were like switching all the breaker boxes switches, like all of them to the entire house on and off repeatedly. just like I don't know why they kept doing that to be like they kept doing that and being like, see, there's no power. And then one of them literally was like, you know, this is crazy, but like, what if like an animal chewed through it? And I was
the
like,
minutes between when they took the dishwasher out.
I was like, well, they didn't, because it was on, like, I was like, that's not what's happening. It's like, you
That's also
uninstalled
not
dishwasher without-
that crazy for animals to chew through wires. Like, that's a thing that happens.
Yeah, but it would be crazy for it to happen
Yeah,
just
of
then.
course, yeah.
Which was what he was proposing.
got you,
Which
I
was
got you.
literally what he was proposing. And I was like, well, that's not what happened. Like, the dishwasher was working. It was getting power. It wasn't just running without power. And then through their manic switching of the breaker boxes, suddenly the row of lights above the dishwasher, like the ceiling recess lights, the whole row across the whole kitchen stopped working.
Oh.
As well as some lights next to it and an outlet
God.
on the wall.
Oh my god.
And they were like, that's weird. Y'all saw that, right? Like, we weren't doing anything. And I was like, well, no, you were furiously switching the breaker boxes. And so then they were like on the phone with their manager, and their manager was like, okay, do you have an application? You have a cord for the application? And they were like, what's that? Like, they were so dumb.
Oh my god.
Because basically, like, I understood immediately that the manager wanted them to plug the dishwasher into an outlet that wasn't the one that they were trying to work with. Just
to see if it was the dishwasher
issue.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it took them so long to understand that. So they plugged it into one on the counter, and the dishwasher was working. And they're like, okay, so you see that the dishwasher's working. And they're like, well, we can't leave it like that. Like, I'm not exaggerating. They were so dumb. And I was like, well, you're not supposed to. Like, you just wanted to make sure that the dishwasher was working. And they're like, well, I guess we're going to have to leave it. Like, something is wrong with your electrical.
No!
And then they were like, I know it feels like we did something, but it was just bad timing. And I was like, well, the thing is that you did do something. Like, those lights were working, that outlet was working, that dishwasher was working.
Yeah.
Until you came, and now it's not working. And so they were so dumb. And I was like, it was clear, like, they were in no way going to suggest, like, oh, we have an electrician that we work with. Let's get them out to you. They were just like, it's your fault, or like, your house doesn't work.
Yeah.
Your house doesn't
An animal chewed through your wiring as we were standing here, and then I guess continued to chew through it because then these lights suddenly stopped working. They were like, you were here when that happened. That just happened. And I was like, yeah, because you were fucking with shit. Anyway, and you, like, because you literally don't know what you're doing. And I was like, electricity, like, the electrical work is part of the install. This is not like, I didn't feel like it was unfair of us to, like, expect them to know how to do that.
Yeah.
So anyway, we had an electrician come out, like, within 30 minutes that we got an electrician out after the guys had left. The guys just left. They had hooked it up to the water, and they had left it unhooked up to the electricity because it wasn't working. And they also had gouged the shit out of our floor, our hardwood floor, by pulling the dishwasher in and out. We were supposed to use a mat, but they didn't, and so there's huge gouges, about a foot long, in front of our, dishwasher, to just like top up. And they left a bunch of styrofoam trash in our driveway. So anyway, the electrician comes, and they also had. I told them the electrician was on his way, and they had pushed the dishwasher back in, the new one, and screwed it in. I was like, can you leave it? So the electrician comes, and he's like, why do they gotta be so stupid? He was just like the whole time being like, looking at what those guys had done, and was like, he was like, idiots. These guys are so dumb. Like, the dishwasher, I was like, yeah, they were saying no electricity is coming out of those wires, and he, like, uses his electricity pen, and it starts beeping, to indicate that there's electrical work, and then he's just looking at me as it's beeping, and he's like, see, there's electricity. So basically, like, those dudes, everything is fine with our electrical work. Like, it was fine. It was normal. He saw immediately that those guys were stupid and, like, did something weird, and he's like, they actually, based on the way it was wired, they almost... If they had successfully been able to do what dumb thing they were trying to do, it would have ruined the new dishwasher because they had, like, wired it so incorrectly. I don't understand how.
I want to know what they did. I'm curious.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know.
That's
there's, like, a white wire and a black wire.
Oh,
and
line and neutral.
Something.
Did they swap them or something?
and maybe, and then they were, so the old dishwasher had them hardwired in, and this one they were installing a junction box, and so somewhere in there, they were they fucked it up really badly.
Wow.
Got it.
To the point where I think something shorted or something.
Wow. Idiots.
So, yeah, this electrician just like reset it, and then had to address the additional breakage. They had fucked so hard with the breaker box that like something had disconnected in there or something, and so at one point they were like, "Look, it's kind of sparking when we do this." Like they were so dumb. They were so dumb. Like I cannot. They were so fucking dumb. And so he fixed that. Anyway, we're getting all our money back and then some, and then also this company is coming and replacing or like fixing the hardwood floors. But
Wow.
we were just like, it was just like quite a time.
Is your breaker box like in your kitchen?
It's in our laundry room.
Oh, okay. So it's like
Yeah.
close. Jeez Louise. So they were fixing the
That's
floor today?
Wild.
They were coming out to assess the floor today. The guy came out from the same company, a different guy, and he saw it and he was like, wow, they really did that. He's like, wow, they really got in there. They're supposed to use a mat, and I was like, honestly, this was like the least interesting part of the whole shit show. And he was like, yeah. They had come to try to cover it up until the people can come fix it, but it's so deep that he's like, nothing I do is gonna make it look better. We're gonna have to come like sand it out and replace it.
Oh my god.
Wow. I mean, it's
Yeah.
good that they are giving you your money back and everything, though.
And your
Yeah.
dishwasher didn't get ruined. Just your floor.
Yeah.
So
Just our floor.
When you said you had a floor problem related to the dishwasher, I was worried it was going to be water damage
Yeah,
because
me
they
too.
fucked up
Oh.
something with that.
yeah.
Well, believe me, when I ran it for the first time, I stayed in the kitchen.
Yeah, no kidding. my God.
Yeah. And I'm not even like, we're not out of the woods yet. I'm still gonna like keep an eye on that thing. Who knows? So
Ian told
Anyway.
me that he had to rewash our coffee jug for our cold brew because the dishwasher keeps leaving like some little bits on the bottom of it. And I was like, that's good for you. I said, that's a little gift from the dishwasher.
well, get a new dishwasher. Just make sure. I mean, I knew it too because I came home when they were there, and the first thing I heard them say were like, I got a lot of questions about this. And I was like, oh no, these guys do not know what they're doing.
Wow.
Anyway,
Oh my God.
good stuff.
Wow. Great story. Sorry about your floor. Excuse me.
It's okay.
All right. Should we pop in?
Yeah, do we have any emails?
No. You have some security emails. And then also our Google is trying to shut down our phone number again. So if you guys
Again.
could please
Okay.
give us a call and a voicemail and tell us how you pronounce WhatsApp, 774-326-0420. Blaze it.
Blaze it. Or how you pronounce, what's the word I didn't do right?
Cloaca.
Colloquially.
Yeah.
Cloaca.
Colloquially.
Yeah, let us know how you pronounce those things. All right. Ben.
Let's pop in.
First. Ben, what's your obsession, my brother?
My obsession is something that we've talked about 3 times.
Ooh.
It's a video game.
Ooh, all the whiskey
I-
sunk to the bottom of this. I can taste it now.
Uh-oh.
What is it?
It's a video game that we've talked about 3 times.
3 times.
Is it Hollow Knight again?
No. Any other
Is
guesses?
Is it Breath of the Wild? We haven't
No.
talked about that 3 times. Is it Celeste again?
No.
Oh.
Okay, what is it?
It is Stardew Valley.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Stardew fucking Valley.
I even knew
Wow,
he
that
was
was-
playing that, and I didn't guess it.
I just randomly got back into it the other night because I haven't really played it since the 1.5 update, version 1.5, which I think is the last big update they're doing because Concerned Ape has moved on to working on Haunted Chocolatier, his new
Which
game.
I want.
But that was like the really big update where they introduced a whole new part of the world, like an island you can go to called Ginger Island, and there's like a bunch of stuff to do there, and some other like content. Like they've added a lot of content to the game since it came out. It originally came out December of 2020. And I think Hannah brought it, or no, Erin started playing Stardew in February of 2021, and then Hannah brought it the next week.
That sounds like me.
I don't think I made it.
No,
to Ginger Island,
that was
though.
me actually. That was me who brought it the next week. But I hadn't gotten to that part yet. So, but I did have a file. What was really nice is sometimes getting back into Stardew Valley after not playing it for a long time can be like a little intimidating because you have like, you kind of have your systems in place, like your plans for what you're going to do each day, right? And like how you run your farm and everything. And
Your chores.
But I came back to a file that had the community center completely done, and spoilers, when you complete the community center, there's like an extra little bundle that you have to do called the missing bundle, and I only needed one thing left in that also. And like my farm was just like mostly automated. Like I basically just had things like I don't know. It was just like a lot of things were very quick to do on like my daily routine, and I was just like, I decided to not worry about what my other plans were when I stopped playing the game a while ago, and just like vibe out and live my life on the farm, you know, and just like
Love
do
it.
stuff.
Hell yeah.
And boy, was that
Such a good attitude.
great.
Yeah.
And
love
I
that.
had also, so when you finish the community center, you get a letter from Willie after the 1.5 update, who is the fishing guy, who says like, I have this broken boat in the back of my shop. Can you help me fix it? And then you have to like bring him some materials and stuff and then help him fix it. And once you do that, that's when you get access to Ginger Island. And I had already done that. So I had like visited Ginger Island once before, but I just hadn't done like any of the stuff there. And I didn't realize how much there was to do there. There are like 3 or 4 new characters. There's like little puzzles and shit. There's like a whole nother dungeon type area that's a volcano. It's so great. It's so cool. And I am just having so much fun. Oh, there's a whole other farm you can start there. There's like a big plot of land that you can farm.
Yo.
Yeah. You can get a house fixed up there and you can sleep there.
Wow.
It's wild. It's so cool that they made this. They like made a whole nother mini Stardew Valley inside of Stardew Valley.
I heard you like Stardew
What
Valley,
season?
so I put some Stardew Valley inside your Stardew Valley.
What season was your file in, though?
It was in fall. It was like
See, I think
midway
mine's
through
in
fall.
winter, which is why I haven't played it in a while.
Winter's the
Winter's
best
rough.
season though, because then you can do mines all day. So that's part of why I've been doing a lot of Ginger Island stuff, is that I don't have any crops on my farm at the moment, so I just like do my animal stuff, and then like feed my animals, get the eggs and the milk and all that shit, make some mayonnaise and cheese, and then I fuck off to Ginger Island all day. Or I go to the desert and go to the Skull Cavern all day. It's great. I got to level 100 of the Skull Cavern.
Nice.
Oh, it's beautiful. You love to see it.
Wow.
You do love
It's
to
just
see
so
that.
fun. And I I played it for basically the entire, so for both the flight to and from Oregon, I slept for like the first hour or so and then played Stardew Valley the rest of the time.
Hell yeah.
And then like since we got back, my favorite pastime in the evenings has been to watch Critical Role with Kylie while I play Stardew Valley. It's
Hell
just
yes.
like optimal coziness. It's great. I love it.
Nice.
Hell yes.
So I'm just really
Man.
loving it. It's such a good game.
I might break.
It's
I
like
might crack open the Stardew one tonight. We'll
every
see.
time I play it, I'm like, wow, I forgot how incredibly good this game is. It's just the top tier.
I've seen glimpses of a lot of the stuff you can do on Ginger Island because Ian played it, but I haven't done it myself. So maybe I'll break back into it too. It looks fun as hell.
Hell yeah.
It's very fun. Big fan.
Nice,
Big
Ben.
fan. Huge.
Hell yeah.
Big mistake. Huge. So would you say your obsession is Stardew Valley or Ginger Island on Stardew Valley?
I guess it's mostly Ginger Island. Although, like, I have been enjoying the other part of the game too. I haven't decided who I'm gonna marry yet. I am currently dating everyone that you possibly can.
Yeah, I love to do that.
amazing.
Yeah.
Currently dating everyone.
Yeah, I decided I wanted all the heart cutscenes for everyone, so I got to 12 hearts with everyone, or 10, whatever, however many it is. The max.
Nice.
And
I don't think I was dating anyone because I think I'm, I think we talked about this, but like, I'm definitely gay, but I'm like recovering from some sort of mysterious heartbreak, perhaps a widow of some sort. And so just like I'm single, but like not ready to mingle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Just kind of keeping to myself, making a lot of mayonnaise. That's it. Not here to make friends, here to make mayonnaise.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
That's, that's a really important part of the healing process.
That's right.
It's really important to make mayonnaise. When life gives you eggs, make mayonnaise.
That's right.
I've always said that.
Mayonnaise.
Absolutely. I think it's easier to buy mayonnaise in real life, but I haven't attempted to make my own.
I saw a recipe that made it look really easy on TikTok, but most recipes on TikTok look easy.
No. I can't tell you how many times I fall for that, like, oh, foolproof hollandaise sauce. Not for this fool. Tell you that.
Yeah.
There's no foolproof hollandaise sauce.
It's absolutely a heartbreak every time.
Doesn't it require being like whisked really hard over heat?
Yes. It's like a whole thing. It's a whole emulsion. It's so long.
And finicky.
It takes a long time. You can't. Yeah, it's just one heartbreak after another. I don't know what to say about it. I don't really want to talk about it right now.
When I worked at a breakfast restaurant, you could always like tell when they were making eggs Benedict in the kitchen because you would just like hear the sound of a whisk on a metal bowl for like 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah. Your butter's got to be a certain temperature. Your egg has to be a certain temperature. It's just...
We don't have to keep talking about it, Erin. I'm sorry.
It's really triggering for me, honestly.
Wow. Great obsession, though, Ben.
Yeah.
Definitely intriguing. Intriguing indeed. I don't know what's going on with me.
Intriguing indeed. Definitely intriguing. Intriguing indeed. I'm intrigued, yes. Definitely. Intriguing. Yeah.
Should we pop into me now, please?
Yeah, what's up?
Yes, please.
Okay, mine is also a video game we've talked about before. Only once.
Should we go through how many times did we talk about it?
Once.
Have I played it?
I don't remember. I feel like no.
Have I played it
Yeah.
recently?
No.
Is it Spirit Fair?
No.
I didn't play that.
Is it a Switch game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. I can tell Ben something that'll make it really easy. For him.
Okay.
I played
I
it.
for some reason can't think of any fucking Switch games right now except for Stardew Valley, so.
I played it around all the same times you were playing Stardew Valley while we were traveling.
Oh, fuck. What were you playing? Oh, Animal Crossing. It's Animal Crossing.
Oh, nice.
Animal Crossing.
Yeah, I haven't played that.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Can we tell the quick funny that Ben made?
Okay.
Which was when I got to the cabin, I posted in the Slack channel that I said, bad news, no AC. And Ben said,
What did you say?
no Animal Crossing?
Wait, that was me?
Yeah.
I forgot that was me. I'm hilarious.
Yeah, you are. It was funny. What was your wording exactly?
Yeah.
Damn, we're not allowed to play Animal Crossing in the cabin?
Yeah, and then later on when he saw me playing it in the cabin, he like chided me for it.
No, that was me. I did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That time it was me, or I was like, what are you playing? And you said Animal Crossing. I was like, Hannah, what did I say? No, I see. It was great.
It was great.
It was like kind of a team joke moment.
Like long term, like over time. Really good. Great job, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
Animal Crossing New Horizons is my obsession this week for the second time. I think it was me who brought it the first time as well. In fact, I'm sure it was. The episode was episode 128. That does sound quite proprietary. In March of 2020, back when everyone in the whole world except for Erin was playing Animal Crossing. I haven't
Countercultural.
Yeah. I haven't played it much since then, but recently I found my Switch Lite, which I had lost like when we moved a year ago.
And it was in a perfectly reasonable place.
It was in a normal place. No need to worry about it.
Where was it?
It was in my bedroom on my dresser in a basket that was otherwise full of scarves and belts. Just kind of buried between them in the layers.
Would you consider it more of a scarf or more of a belt?
I think it's more of a scarf. You know, you can't wrap that around your waist.
But it's kind of like a belt item, like if you had a holster.
Yeah, like it's like a belt buckle. It's a giant belt buckle.
It's like a big belt buckle. You're right.
I really, really enjoyed your visual only bit of trying to use a Switch Lite as a scarf there.
Seemed like it got caught in your hair a little bit or something.
No, I was just trying to sandwich it between my neck and my hunch, but it didn't really work.
My neck and my hunch.
Yeah. Okay, so I actually had 2 copies of Animal Crossing when it first came out. We had the copy on the big Switch, which many listeners may recall that you could only ever have one island per Switch on Animal Crossing. I don't even know of anyone who ever came up with a workaround for this on the actual devices. If you have...
That's been the case with Animal Crossing forever, by the way.
Okay.
On all consoles.
So Ian and I shared an island on the big Switch, but I wanted my own mostly for like... Once we got into the swing of things, like I just wanted to start from scratch without scrapping our whole island and like extra resources and just like there's some things you can, like miles and stuff you can get by doing things with other people. So it was just nice to like have the option if no one was on to like just go to Hannah 2, which is my name in this file, and have her do things with me, right? So it was, it was a bit of a splurge because I think it was like a $60 game, but I did it. And so the island didn't ever get very far. Like I got, maybe like 5 villagers and I went on it sometimes, but it wasn't like highly developed like our island on the big Switch got. So I just decided to like just keep it rolling. I didn't reset the game. I just like jumped back in where I was and started like, and I made some decisions this time about how I was going to pick villagers. Chloe and I were talking about this because I always found this approach reprehensible, like back in the heyday of New Horizons, but I'm like basically going entirely off aesthetics. It's like no uggos and no gym rats. And like
No uggos.
Is that a reference to something?
Rude people? I don't know. but like I just it is more pleasant as a player to log on and go chat with villagers who I like to look at. Like
That's fair.
I do not support that outlook on your like day-to-day life, but I think it's fine just for this one isolated area. So
I feel like that's the whole like concept behind the book The Secret. So I feel like, you're just channeling
Totally.
Animal Crossing.
So I filled up my island. I got the island to 3 stars today, actually this morning in our island evals. So KK Slider came and did a concert, who's like the most famous musician in the Animal Crossing universe. And I also got the ability to start editing the island. So right now I can only do paths, but once I save up some like get some of the bonuses and stuff, I can start editing like the cliffs and the water and stuff. And that's the stuff I've been really looking forward to because, extending this whole like caring more about aesthetics this time, I always have felt very envious of people who's like our mom, for example, whose islands just look really beautiful and composed and well put together. And I really want to try to make an effort with this island, which is entirely my own,
park.
to like really do that. Like do it up and make it someplace that's like fun and easy to navigate and like has some cool little areas and stuff. Chloe showed me her island when we were out in Oregon too, and her island is very pretty.
It's ugly. Oh, it's pretty.
It's pretty.
Full of uggos.
So like I know I can do it. Like if Chloe can do it, surely I can do it. But I just
What does that mean?
well, it was a joke, but nobody laughed, so it sounded serious.
What'd you say?
I said if Chloe can do it, surely I can do it. But it was just joking.
Oh.
She's very talented.
Yeah.
But
Wow. Wow, low blow, Hannah. I'm going to tell Chloe about this.
and it's fun. It's just fun to get back into that routine of like I wake up in the morning, and even if I have to like work that day, I'm dreading it for whatever reason. Like I'm excited to go like check in and see what's new on the island. And like every night I check in and to see if there's a, meteor shower that night, because those are really fun. Although I think they tell you in the announcements if there's going to be one, so I probably don't have to do that. But it's nice. It's cozy. And like the longer you play, the more options there are of things to do. I've had such a good time today, like laying out paths and giving everybody, all my villagers, patios that are like different types of path materials, so that they all have their own.
That's fun.
Yeah, actually, Mom gave me that idea. She did that for her villagers. I'm gonna steal a lot of ideas from Mom, I think, because
She's played a lot of that game.
yeah, and her island is really cool.
Yeah, her island's great.
Yeah, so
And she also has like everything. So she can hook you up with recipes and shit for sure.
oh yeah, that's true.
Freaking dope.
Yeah, so I'm enjoying it.
Sounds relaxing.
It's so relaxing, and I feel like it's having like a mini resurgence right now. Like I've heard of several people who are starting to play it again. I haven't actually like I've seen Mom online. I could have gone to visit her. I will do that at some point, but like it's not like it was in 2020 at all. But it's.
But I mean, that's another game like Stardew that just like releases free content updates all the time that are amazing.
That's true. So I'm really enjoying it. And I don't know how long it'll last. It's like Stardew, similarly, you get into patterns with it, and then like, within a couple months, Ben probably won't be playing it anymore. And
you burn out.
Yeah.
I'm feeling it coming back on now, though. I'm like, ooh, hearing you talk about it.
I think you just have to follow what makes you, excited to play.
Absolutely. That's kind of like the whole thing about our podcast, too, is like none of us are usually jamming on the thing we were jamming on 2 weeks ago. We're always like having something new or revisiting something old. So
That's true. Speaking of which, I would like to know, Erin, what you are jamming on this week.
oh my god, I have such an obsession. I am reading some fantastic books that I am just extremely obsessed about.
Oh.
And they are the Locked Tomb series, Gideon the Ninth, and Hollow the Ninth.
Never heard of
Harrow the Ninth, not Hollow the Ninth. Oh. I was like, maybe I should bring the book in case I don't remember. I was like, I remember it. Harrow the Ninth is not Hollow the Ninth. Oh my god. They are, Gideon the Ninth was nominated for a 2020 Hugo Award, I think, and both of them are bestsellers.
Lost to N.K. Jemisin, though, probably. 2020.
I know they lost to, I think, A Memory Called Empire by, what's her face? Called Empire.
I read that.
Yeah. These books were by Arcade Martin.
Got it.
What? Yeah, that one won the Hugo.
Oh yeah, N.K. Jemisin was 2016, 2017, and 2018.
I liked A Memory Called Empire, but I did not like it as much as I liked Gideon the Ninth.
Tell me all about it. I don't know anything.
Yeah, so it's science fantasy.
Science fantasy.
Yeah, and there's 2 more books coming out. Harrow the Ninth is out. Nona the Ninth is getting released in September, and then Electo the Ninth is released.
What are the chances that they're all the 9th? That's so lucky.
Yeah.
I know, crazy. So they're by Tamsyn Muir. I want to say, I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Muir. Muir. Who's from New Zealand.
There's no telling.
The short blurb is like lesbian necromancers in space. But the books are highly gay. It's really hard to describe them. Let me see if I can get a good blurb. Okay, maybe this is good. In the star system Dominicus, there are 9 planets, each home to a great house which practices its own school of necromancy. The houses, in turn, are ruled by the Emperor, an impossibly powerful, immortal necromancer, who they've worshipped as a god for the past 10,000 years. At the start of Gideon the Ninth, the Emperor invites the heirs of the 9 houses and their sword-wielding bodyguards, called Cavaliers, to undergo a series of trials to become lictors. Lictors are immortal necromancers, revered as saints, who serve the Emperor as right-handed right-hand men and women in wars against his enemies. That sounds a little more like intense. Something I really like about the book is the writing style is so irreverent. It's just like fun and just like curses a lot, and is just like so good at creating this like really good mood. It's just really great and gay, and the first book made me feel a whole lot, and then the second book is just has my heart absolutely in its hands and is just like squeezing it gently. It's just like really good, and the second book has just kicked off with you know sometimes when you're, and I think books and series are so good at this too, but when you just are immediately just like enveloped in mystery and curiosity, they just like plunge you into just like where you're like, what the fuck is going on, and you just like can't wait to find out what's going on. That's exactly what this is like, in such a cool way, and I just love it. Oh, it's so good. Great books, check them out.
Did you know that Tamsyn Muir is a lesbian, but she's married to a man?
I didn't know that.
Why? Well, I guess that's her business.
I think they're just, I don't know why, but
She's been married to Matt Hosty, whatever, since 2014, in what the two consider a platonic relationship.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting.
Do you know about I guess it's a prequel. I'm on the Goodreads site for the series called The Mysterious Study of Dr. Sex.
I wonder if that's in my book, like at the end or something.
Maybe.
I haven't heard of that.
It says Gideon the Ninth came out in 2019 and that came out in 2020. So, maybe.
I don't know about it.
Well, that's all I know about it is the name, and there's a skull on the cover. Well, actually, I could read you the thing.
I'm going to check that out.
Huh.
Each of the Empire's houses keeps secrets, even from themselves. For the bookish academics of the Sixth, every secret is a mystery, and every mystery is a puzzle to be solved or a paper to be published. Deep in the bowels of their house, one such secret is about to reveal itself. The study of the famed academic Donald Sex, sealed since the moment of his death, is about to open, and archivists are ready to dissect what he left behind. They are not ready for the macabre surprise that awaits them. Oh, it's a short story. Oh.
My book said that it has some sort of extra content at the end, but I haven't looked.
Could do that.
Because I'm afraid of getting spoiled. Here's a little blurb about its style from the Wikipedia. Gideon the Ninth is notable for its writing, which mixes gothic horror with contemporary humor. Muir acknowledges that her writing includes useless memes and jokes for the reader that nobody in my universe would get.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Jason Sheehan's NPR review said of the novel's genre, Gideon the Ninth is too funny to be horror, too gooey to be science fiction, and has too many spaceships and auto doors to be fantasy, and has far more bloody dismemberings than your average parlor romance.
Erin, what's the app
It's just a really fucking fun book. I use mostly Audible, but via the library I've used Hoopla as well.
Okay.
Hoopla!
Because for some reason there's a wait on Libby. Do you think it would be good as an audiobook?
Probably. I'm reading it with my eyes, but probably. I love audiobooks of all sorts, so yeah, I would say why not.
All right. I don't know.
Has Kylie read that? Do you know?
I asked her about it,
okay.
and it's on her list, but they're not all the books are out, so she's based on her rule.
Although she's broken that recently.
On accident, right?
Yeah.
I actually need to talk to her because I was like, oh, well, the third book's coming out in September, thinking that there would only be 3, but there are going to be 4.
Oh, no.
And so, yeah.
I can give her the bad news after this.
Okay.
Why, Ben? Why are you gatekeeping Kylie from us?
Because she's not alive anymore.
What?
Rip.
She's dead and I'm hiding it.
Freaking rip.
She was like right there, like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. When I went to get water, I killed her.
We saw her since. Are you a necromancer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
She's a zombo. She's a Zamboni.
A zombo.
She's Zombo.
She's zombed.
Zombs.
She's hardcore zombing right now.
start listening to it, or you can Marco Polo me if you want. I've read. Oh, another cool thing. So I read the first book, and I was actually like tearing through it on the plane ride on the way home, and I was I read a ton on the way to Oregon, and I read a ton on the way back, and I was actually worried about like running out of it before we were done our travels, and I was like, well, I hadn't bought the second book yet, and I was like, well, let me see if I can find it in the airport. Probably not, right? Because it's like the sequel of a book. But totally found it in the Oregon airport.
Hell
like it wasn't
yeah.
in the bookstore, but it was like in one of the random Hudsons, just like sitting there.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. I was like, fuck yeah. So there
That's
you go.
excellent.
I would. Yeah, so that was freaking awesome. And then I like didn't censor my reading speed on the way home.
Nice.
That was
That's
awesome.
great for you.
Yeah.
I'm so thrilled for you.
I think
Freaking did not pump the brakes, yo.
I think I just borrowed it from my library? ?
Fantastic.
I don't know
Fantastic.
how this app works.
Great.
Open book.
Good. That's good, I think.
I think even with the first sentence of the book, you get such an idea for the style. It's like so it just even starts out just so good. I love it.
I did it. It's done.
I did it.
Good job.
I don't know if I like this interface, but okay. Anyway,
Is it an audiobook or you got the audio?
okay. Well, here's the thing. So the Libby app, which is actually adorable. I don't know why I haven't used it more. It's the audiobook. They only have 5 copies, but they have like 30 people on the waiting list. So I put myself on the waiting list for the audiobook, but the book, but like the digital version, I could get right away. So I did that. So I'm borrowing it for 14 days. I don't understand why they would have like infinite copies of the digital book and 5 copies of the audiobook.
Yeah.
Are you sure there just wasn't as much of a waiting list? Like,
Maybe not.
why does it say there's infinite copies?
No, it doesn't say that.
You're just assuming because it's available that there's infinite of them?
Yeah.
That's interesting. That seems like
Wow.
a bit of a leap.
Wow, fascinating. I don't think that's true at all.
Well, when you
I just want to read the first line of this book because it really struck me as like you get a good sense of the tone. In the myriadic year of our Lord, the 10,000th year of the King undying, the kindly Prince of Death, Gideon Nav packed her sword, her shoes, and her dirty magazines, and she escaped from the House of the Nine.
wow. Love that.
Her dirty magazine.
That's great. You've convinced me.
Awesome. Let me know what you think.
All right. Should we do homework?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ben, what's your homework?
Play Stardew Valley, motherfuckers. How have you not
Yeah.
already? You can play it with friends now. Although, a disclaimer for multiplayer, one of the nice things about Stardew Valley is that whenever you enter like a menu or a cutscene, time pauses. And it doesn't when you're playing multiplayer. Because I think that would be obviously very hard to handle. So time just keeps on going on. Which can be annoying. But what I would suggest is maybe just don't give a shit and just play with your friends anyway.
Yeah, you gotta be.
I'm gonna start a
relaxed
farm. I'm
about
starting a farm
stuff.
with a friend soon. It was actually fun. Like a days after I had picked up Stardew Valley again, my friend messaged me randomly and was like, "Hey, do you want to do a Stardew Valley farm together?" My friend just bought it for me on Steam, and I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm all up in it again." So that's perfect timing.
I feel like we're psychically connected to our friends, and I don't know the mechanics yet, but I think science will prove it one day.
Yeah.
I believe that in some way we are psychically connected to our friends.
That would
and
be
family.
nice if
Yeah.
it was true. I think there's some
Big if true.
there's some evidence for it. There's something there.
Something
There's a little
there.
something.
There is absolutely something.
Yeah.
So play Stardew Valley and get to finish the community center so you can go to Ginger Island. It's great.
Perm.
Perm.
Finish the community center.
Hey, what's your homework?
My homework is play Animal Crossing New Horizons again or for the first time. It's delightful on the Switch. Dang, I don't remember. I had commentary, but I've lost it. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Anthropology. I'm on TikTok at Hannah and her cats. And that's it. Oh, I do have one other thing. I don't know if this was the thing that I wanted to say just a second ago, but I did want to mention today a news article came out about Plymouth Patuxet, which is a museum in Plymouth that the people who are local to here have probably heard of. It used to be called Plymouth Plantation. Ian used to work there. The local Wampanoag community, like the native tribe that's like native to that area, is encouraging people to boycott them because they have not been keeping their promises for quite a few years now about sort of giving equal representation to the native site versus the pilgrim site. And in all fairness, both of the sites are kind of falling into disrepair, but also they've started bringing in people to work at that site who are not, they're either not native or they're not from the local native community. But especially egregious is when they just bring over people who are not native at all to work in that area.
Wow.
They were doing that as far back as like 2016, 2017 when Ian was still working there. So, and it was really like, it's really inappropriate. And it's because they can't keep enough, they can't keep the respect of enough of the Wampanoag people to actually like staff the whole thing all the time, but that's really no excuse at all. So if you are thinking about going to Plymouth Patuxet or supporting them, maybe don't. And, you know, go read up on that whole situation. Plus they're union busters. So fuck them, as I would just like to say.
Yeah, all the more reason to fuck them.
Erin, what's your homework?
My homework is to read the Locked Tomb series. The 2 books that are out now are Gideon the Ninth and Harrow the Ninth. And then in September, I believe, Nona the Ninth will be released. So check them out. Check them out! And then talk to me about them. Thank you.
Okay. All right. If you want to call us to tell us how you pronounce those words, you can do that at 774-326-0420.
Blaze it!
Blaze it. Don't dial blaze it.
Don't dial blaze it, but do blaze it.
You can follow us on Twitter for last minute announcements of when we're not going to be putting out an episode. That's where we do those at WayTooBroad.
Or we might not announce it. Whatever.
You can find us
None of your business.
on Instagram at WayTooBroad. You can email us at waytoobroad@gmail.com. And if you missed any of that contact information, you can find all of that on our website, waytoobroad.com or waytoobod.com or nameyourselfjame.com or nameyourselfjameegan.com for anything you want. earnben.com for anything you need. maxfun.org for a cute dog on a boat. friendsofthechaos.bandcamp.com for great music, including our theme song. Thank you to them for that. And that's it. So thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Have such a good one.
Sorry. And the podcast candle is now extinguished.
Goodbye.
No, wait. We did it again.